yeah, this is our home garden, and me and Tim both work together on it. Now this greenhouse here. This is the winter housing for the chickens, and this is actually our first year that we're using it for growing some vegetables. So we're growing tomatoes in there and peppers and just some heat-loving plants. Oh, and our squash, so we can get an extended season on that. We find it's hard to get them to fully ripen before a frost comes. So it's been 2 years now, and we've had to tarp them, and last year we grew them over this hoop here, and we would have to tarp them every night, and we did have a really hard frost coming, so we did have to harvest them a little earlier than we wanted to. So we're giving this a try. We're gonna see, hopefully it works out better. I'll show you inside a bit later. Now Tim, he does all over here. This is all, we've kind of split the garden. I do this half here, he does this half. He's just really good at growing potatoes. He's doing some experiments this year too with the potatoes. So I know it looks like a lot, but we will eat them all. We had all of this, I think last year was potatoes, and I thought it was going to be far too many, and I think we only have one bag left of potatoes. So yeah, we do eat a lot of potatoes. So when I say we still have a bag of potatoes left, this is what they get looking like at the end of the season. They have very big eyes, and I just take them off and peel them, and I'm gonna make some roasted potatoes tonight. They still taste fine. I don't think he has anything planted in here right now, but he will. I know he has plans for that. This is this is my job here, but he really helped me get this set up this year. This is our cabbage. I grew cabbage last year for the first time, and I battled this worm, the cabbage worm, cabbage moth, I don't know. And we did harvest it. We could have eaten it fresh, but I cut it up for sauerkraut, and it just molded because it had the worm poop inside of it. So it didn't work out. So we're doing another kind of experimental year, seeing how this works out. We grew all these from seed. These are all onions. So Tim grows the onions, and more onions. More onions. These are all weeds. There's lots of weeds growing in this garden. I have not been able to stay on top of all the weeds, but I never do, and it always works out. So as long as I weed like around the plants, it works out. It's okay. It's all good. I know it's going to be okay. A lot of this is buckwheat growing up. It's easy to pull out. It just comes right out. So we have 2 rows here of beans. We grow the bush bean variety. We have in this row is the yellow beans and the green beans. The kids really prefer the green beans. I really can't tell a difference. I actually prefer the yellow beans because I find it easier to pick. I can see them easier, and I don't know, they just don't seem as bushy to me. And in the heat of the summer, I just want to get the job done quick. The kids do help me too. Maybe I'll put them on picking the green beans, and I'll do the yellow beans.
Here's some beans. One, two, three.
Oh, the little one's darn there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So these are our pickling cucumbers. I had to plant some. I think I had some transplant shock. We're doing an experiment whether it's better to plant them as seedlings inside and take them out, or plant them from seed, just direct seed right in the garden. Tim's dad always direct seeded, and they did really well. So we're just experimenting, seeing what's going on. I see some little ones coming up there. I have some Malabar spinach that we love. So it's a spinach that does really good in the heat. I have some of those in the greenhouse too. And then they will come up around the trellis and they should go around and have shade in here, which I will plant my summer lettuce in here. This is the plant. Again, I need to deal with these weeds. And these are our fresh eating cucumbers. The kids love cucumbers, so they could each eat, like, each kid could eat an entire cucumber as a snack. So I want to grow a lot. We have zucchini here. I really like, so yeah, this is all zucchini plus some lettuce. I really like zucchini for the like the spaghetti noodles. Instead of the wheat noodles, we do the veggie noodles, and also lasagna too. So instead of the pasta, we cut them up and make a lasagna with them. It's delicious. And then I also this year have Hubbard squash. So here in here, over here, and then amongst the weeds. It's so bad. I need to put straw around them. Just there's like a barrier, so they will protect from the squash beetle or cucumber beetle. What is it? It's that yellow beetle that you go to pick and they fly away really quick. Yeah, those. Ugh, we don't like those. So they are actually a sacrificial plant. So they those bugs, they love the Hubbard squash. So they will go to them, and hopefully our zucchinis, our cucumbers, and our butternut squash will stay safe. We'll see. We battle them every year, so hopefully that will give us some relief. Yeah. So that's everything out here. Maybe I should have done this video after I weeded, and everything would have looked so beautiful. Okay, so I'll show you in the greenhouse. So right when you come in the door here, you have the Hubbard squash guarding the door, keeping everything safe. So these here, Hubbard squash. Hopefully no beetles will go any further than this. Okay, so along here, these are all my peppers, and I've got some basil planted. Oh wow, look at how fast it grows. This was not like this just 2 days ago. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, wow. You go over here. You grow that way, away from my peppers. Okay, basil.
That has a flower on it.
Wow, they've taken off. Yeah. I watered them the other day, and they've really grown a lot since.
Look at that one. It's
More buckwheat.
over here.
Wow. So these are all peppers. Yeah, basil. These are these are some tomatoes. So this year we are doing a taste test on tomatoes. We have grown so many different varieties. We're going to see, they're all heirloom varieties. We're going to see which ones we like the best, and then we are going to stick with those varieties, the ones that grow the best and taste the best. And then I will not be growing so many tomatoes in the future. So these here are, that's, yeah, do you know what it's called, Josie?
No.
Nasterium. So these also are good for, I know, the squash. Maybe maybe the melons do. I don't know. I don't know if they attract the bugs away or they keep the bugs away. I'm not sure. I did research it, but I forget now. Oh, is that? Oh, this is our watermelon. So that's gonna be a watermelon.
Huh.
Or a cantaloupe. I don't know. A melon, some kind of melon. So all these are butternut squash. Butternut squash is a...
It has a flower too.
is a staple for us. We chose butternut because we find they store the best for us. I like acorns as well, but the butternut just won for the storage life. So we're still eating our butternut squash from last year. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. I think March I had to freeze the rest because they did start to go bad, but we still have some in the freezer. But we were eating it almost daily in the winter time. We love butternut squash. So this is all butternut squash with an asterium growing in between. If the bugs get past the Hubbard squash, these are all butternut. And then my tomatoes, we have at the end here, these are all lettuces too, which are doing lovely. We have been so much enjoying the lettuce this year, the fresh greens. We actually don't usually grow our own lettuce. We do trades with a farm in the county, Fiddlehead Farm, but I got some seeds from a seed swap, and the kids planted them and they took off. They did really well. So yeah, we just thought, why not plant them out here? Oh, and then that's our Malabar spinach.
There's two over there.
And I just love Malabar spinach. They're a little hard to get going. We planted them from seed. You have to do a stratification on the seed to get them to go. But these will grow up high. We're gonna have them, they're like a vine, and they are beautiful. They have a gorgeous red stem. And I love the look of them, and they're delicious.
Two over here.
Yeah, there's two over there. So these are all our tomatoes. So these will hold them up. I was supposed to do a single lead stem kind of thing where I would prune and just have one lead stem, but it got away on me. I ran out of time, so now I have all these, these suckers that have come off that need to be trellised as well. So it's a rainy day today, so we're gonna do that. Tim's gonna help me with that. It has been, today and yesterday was a bit cooler, but it has been really hot. So we do have some lettuce bolting. We're gonna have to get these to our neighbors, Josie. Maybe they want lettuce, because they're gonna bolt and we won't be able to keep up with it. So yeah, look at this. Yeah, this really got out of. Get all these suckers have come off, so we're gonna have to trellis them. But it's just more tomatoes. Nice. There we go. We got one right here.
Yeah, look at that giant one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a Brandywine. I could be wrong.
Mama, I harvested this lettuce.
Oh no, that's a persimmon. It's gonna be an orange one. I need to do some pruning too. Oh, these are looking sad. You have to do something about that.
There's a tomato growing on this.
Oh, we're gonna have tomatoes soon. Look at all these tomatoes. Very soon. There's more Malabar. So these are all my plum tomatoes.
Oh, Mama, look how big it is.
Yeah. So all this back row they're a sauce tomato. So I like to make, in the past I've done just canned tomatoes and pasta sauce. This year my friend has a delicious recipe for a pizza sauce. So I really want to try that. We were going to try to make our own ketchup, but we'll see. I am trying to decrease the sugar in our diet, so we're trying to get away from that.
This one's for Papa. Can't get across. This one's big. I don't think Papa's gonna eat all this in a day.
Okay, and over here, Tim gave me a little spot here that I could use. He uses the rest for his storage. So this is a watermelon here. So these are all my melons. So I've planted a bunch of melons. We don't usually grow melons, so this is an experimental year. See how it goes. Oh, Josie, look, some flowers on them. That's golden midget watermelon. Cantaloupe.
These are mushrooms.
Oh, got some mushrooms growing.
Corn, nothing but corn.
Yeah, so Tim's got corn planted all in here. I think he's gonna do another planting, so we're staggered a little bit. And carrots are here. So here we've got, well, this is horse manure. We just have a farm close by, actually, where Heidi does her barn club. It's called Horsin' Around. That's the name of their farm, and they sell their horse manure. I think they're crazy for selling it. It's like gold. Yeah, if I had horse manure, I wouldn't be selling it. But we also put this on our strawberries, where you'll see in a little bit. We put the horse manure down. We take the straw off in the early spring, put the compost down, and then cover back up with straw again for the strawberries. And then I'm going to be transplanting, I'm going to be taking the runners of the strawberries this year and planting them in here later once they get established in their little pots. So this is the tree area we have planted. These are our Haskaps. So we have 3 rows of Haskaps, and I love Haskaps. They are so easy to grow. They are happy to grow. They want to grow. We don't have to do anything really to them except for in a drought, maybe water them. But look at that. Yeah. Just a quick break to see, I see Heidi and Sam has showed up here. What's going on? Oh,
Crayfish. Crayfish.
Where were you guys?
Down at the creek.
Oh.
We caught some crayfish. And
Over here we have blueberries. I think we even had some little blueberries started. These are all elderberries, which were transplanted from our Picton location. So I had a big area of elderberries there, which would get us through the winters with elderberry syrup. And the people who bought our place in Picton were so nice. They let us come and dig up some of the elderberries. I think there was just too many for them, so that was really kind of them. So we have probably enough here to get us through the winter, which is nice. And we still have a few more to plant. Actually, they're still in buckets that we haven't had time to get to. So, and then it's kind of sad. I haven't weeded my raspberry patch in a while, and I haven't been back here. Okay, well, okay, not too bad. We've got some little berries coming, some raspberries. Actually, this is all buckwheat that's growing. A lot of it is buckwheat that's growing, which is really easy to pull up. As long as it's not quackgrass, then, oh wow, look at the weeds. Oh, I'm gonna be busy. I'm gonna do this today. I think I'm gonna do this today. Yeah. So these are actually a late June variety. These are July harvest, and these are a fall bearing, and they are the yellow ones, which I'm really excited about. I better get weeding or I'm not going to get harvested. And then back here, I don't know if you can see, but there is an established blackberry patch that was here when we moved here, which was really nice. That's the tour of our berry area and our little food forest. So we'll go over to our strawberries now. So this is our strawberry patch. We've got some June berries here. So these are all, this is our bed June berries. June berries, and these are also June berries, but you don't see, I don't know if you can see over there. We have the everbearing, so we'll be harvesting them in July. But we have this netting around. We have to, or the deer will come in and harvest the strawberries for us. So deer, raccoons. We even have a lot of chipmunks, but not so much this year because we've got, well, our cats are on that. So yeah, they're looking good today. And then the birds. So we have to have this over top, or the birds will take them all.
Look at that big juicy one.
And this net, this is electrified. It does nothing if it's not electrified, we find. So these are, you can see they're all coming on now. Looks so good.
Mama, look at this one.
You
There's a big giant one right over there.
go ahead, you can pick that one, John.
Oh, it's not white. Yeah?
Yeah, it is. It's good.
I think there's a big juicy one right over here, Mommy. I think there's a big juicy one over here.
What do you think, Johnny? Is it good? Yeah.
Mama, look at this giant juicy one. Should I pick it? Whoa! Should I pick it, Mommy?
Let's see what we got in here.
It's right here. You can't see it.
Wow, that's gigantic.
Should I pick it?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, it's too big to pick.
Wow, that's big.
Got it.
Let's see. Look
Look how big it is.
Oh, hold on. Let's see, Joe's.
Ugh.
Wow. Here, let me.
No,
I gotta say, I am so impressed with the size of these strawberries.
that one ate
See,
a
look.
bad.
This is it's like the size of my hand almost. And let me try it. So sweet.
That bad ate it.
So last year, so these are June berries. So it was our first year we planted them, and I had to snip off all of the flowers. So because I wanted all of the energy to go into the roots. So that's just what you do the first year. And it was sad, it was hard, and we had no strawberries, but it's totally worth it. These berries are massive. It's hard to
Don't take a
show
bite
how
of
big
it.
they are, but these are the biggest strawberries I have ever seen. I will put I'll share what type they are. I'm really impressed. There's 2 different types here that I've planted. I am so impressed with these.
Don't.
Wow. And I've also been taking the suckers off.
Pick this one?
Got to take the suckers off if you
Did you pick this one?
want
Mom,
the plant to
Pick
focus.
this one?
If you want the plant to focus on the berries, you got to take those suckers off, which I've been doing, but I see I've missed some. Look at that. Wow, so huge.
Did I pick it?
So these are our everbearing strawberries, which we'll begin to harvest should be able to harvest early July. I just recently learned of a tip where you pinch off all of the flowers all early June up to the end of June. It puts more energy into the plant and you'll get a better harvest for your first harvest in July. So I hope that was right. This is my first year doing it, so we'll see. I did notice those early flowers were quite small, and I did miss some, and the berries were quite small. So I'm hoping I did the right thing with that. This is our garlic that I planted last fall. We do eat a lot of garlic, so I took the bulbs from the previous year that were the biggest and the best, and I saved them, and yeah, planted them in the fall, and they've done pretty well. Oh, wow, okay. I need to harvest these scapes. You know what? I'm going to harvest these and we'll have them for supper tonight. Yeah, garlic scapes. We do really like garlic scapes. So I just like to steam them, actually. We kind of eat them like we would beans. But they have great mild garlic flavor and we really enjoy them. And Tim has more of his potatoes planted over here. These are going to be our early potatoes. So the ones that you saw down in the lower garden will be our fall harvest potatoes, which will get us through the winter. And these are early potatoes that Tim planted very early. Very early spring. Okay, so that ends our garden tour for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I should have said that I am not an expert in gardening. This is really only my second year of doing a lot of the garden. Last year, when the barn went down, Tim just didn't have time for planting, so I had to take over, and I actually really enjoyed it. I just would go on YouTube and search just in the search bar, how do you grow tomatoes, or how do you grow cucumbers? And there's so many resources there. Yeah, it was great. It was such a great help. And Tim actually grew up gardening. He had 4 brothers, and they had a massive vegetable garden. So he was really involved with that, helping his parents, and he learned a lot from his parents. So he's taught me a lot too. Plus he's learning new things too, from the internet that he didn't know. So he's improving his skills. And we also are growing more than we did a few years ago, just because we really want our kids to be able to have that skill of growing food and being able to just be able to grow food for themselves, just with the rising costs of food. I feel, it's just a really important skill we want them to have. So we actually, the end of April, beginning of May, we stopped the homeschool books and focused on gardening and just learning about, we actually even did a unit study on through Campfire Curriculums, just preparing for our garden season, and they learned a lot through that. So they are very much involved with the gardening. Oftentimes they're down there in the evenings with Tim weeding or planting or picking the bugs out. So I would say we grow about maybe last year we did 75% of our vegetables, and this year I'm trying to do a little bit. Each year we try to do a little bit more, so maybe 85 or more this year, but we do trades with the Fiddlehead Farm from Picton, which is really great. It's really nice to have them. They deliver to Toronto. They deliver all over the place. Actually, we highly recommend them. We love them. They're great. That ends our garden tour. I hope you enjoyed it. And that's it for today. So I hope you have a good day. Take care, everybody. Bye.